Hey guys, it is Rachel Feldman. So here you are in my office. We are on our official last day of our live stream. So we are going to talk about the many types of sales funnels. First off, if you have not signed up for tonight, eek! Stop, collaborate, and listen, as Vanilla said, because you have to sign up for tonight. It is going to be off the chain sick. We're going to be talking about pricing. We're going to be talking about like the sales funnel for a new coach, for an existing coach, and I think that this topic is really confusing for many people. We think sales funnels sometimes are about marketing automation, and it's not just marketing automation in a sales funnel. It's not just about the process that your client comes to and sorry, I was reading a comment. Sales funnel is about how does your potential client enter working with you. So that is going to happen, as I've mentioned before, through an opt-in freebie. You see many people like Kimra Luna, who loves challenges, loves doing webinars. That is one of her ways and one of the entry points that you would start to get to know her. That is where you build trust. Then the second is, what is she leading you to? And Kimra is a perfect example, and I love giving examples that aren't even health coaches as well. So then you think about, what is she leading to? Well, often Kimra, after that, especially if she's doing a challenge, is going to lead you to a paid product, because you're going to see during that challenge the benefit of being in that challenge and what you are going to receive, and then the benefit of the product that she is going to be selling. So that's why I've said during this entire time that we've been doing these business gems, so to speak, always write with intention, or always plan with intention, because if you sit there and just say, I'm going to do a challenge on smoothies, that's fine, but dig a little deeper. What about your niche? Do they need smoothies? Is your niche about digestion? Is your niche about busy moms? Is your niche corporate? Is your niche struggling with weight? Someone's saying the sweetest thing. Heart to you too. So always think about what does your niche need? Sometimes we do challenges and free webinars just for list building and authority. But sometimes we are leading them into a paid program. Then we are leading to either a paid program that is our lower end, or maybe we're having a mid-level paid program that's kind of our sweet spot. We are always either leading them to a program that is either a group coaching or one-on-one. For a lot of you, and you may think this is really funny or you don't even know this about me, is that I didn't do group coaching. I actually had my one-on-one coaching. That was where I felt really, really comfortable. And so all of my opt-in freebies, all of my challenges led to a do-it-yourself program or to work with me. And that was really what worked for me. So there isn't a right or wrong way to do a sales funnel. I had VIP days. I had a really nice, you could either do a single session with me. So there were always 3 types of working with me on my Work With Me page. And I had my programs infused into my Work With Me page. So your sales funnel is not just, looking at an opt-in freebie, a mid-level, a challenge, kind of a gateway program, or, your group or your work with me, and then VIPs and retreats and all that. It's looking at where are you having those missing holes. And when you signed up for the webinar and you downloaded those worksheets and you listened to the videos where I walked you step by step, you will start to think, okay, do I have any holes in my business? And those holes could even be, maybe your Work With Me page needs a little more love because the 250-minute session just is not pulling in people. Maybe you need to do more list building or more authority building or more challenges, free or paid. I love doing challenges, and I see them all the time. Join me for $2 or join me for $1. And that's even what we're going to talk about tonight, because wow, $1 Would we even think twice about doing that? No. So imagine you get maybe, I don't know, 30 people to sign up for your opt-in freebie, but imagine if you say, okay, I'm going to be doing a raffle, I'm going to be doing a giveaway to my program that's coming out second week of January, and you get, we're going to be doing this whole challenge, join it, really simple, really easy, and for only $1 you can join this challenge. So, and then there's going to be a second prize winner and a third prize. All of a sudden, what have you created? Excitement, urgency, fun, all this great stuff. So there are so many different types of sales funnels. I mean, you can have a very basic, an opt-in freebie. Then what does that lead them to? That leads them to being able to either, have a download saying, thank you so much for downloading. Here is information on my online programs for my do-it-yourself, or here's my free group to bring them in for engagement. Or here is my, a link to my strategy, a link to my schedule for a strategy session. You don't have to build everything around going online, but you do have to create a process for people to go through. That is what a sales funnel is. It gives people direction and a system to work with you from start to finish. So there are people that will always be what I call groupies. And so I do believe that having a group program, whether you have it evergreen, and so for some of you who run detoxes year round, or, the cleanses, which we really call them our clean eating cleanses, because they are, just real food for real people. A lot of you may have that evergreen on your site, and people can come and join an ongoing community, that is all year, and that you switch them up and switch them around each season so that those people want to come back. And maybe you give a discount to those returning people. Maybe they get a 20% off and an extra strategy session from you. But then if that next level of working with you is really your one-on-one. So as long as you have at least a few tiers to meet people's needs, some people will never be able to afford you one-on-one. And so that group program, that lower end program, is ideal for them. For some people, they really need to test you out first, which is why that gateway, that one at maybe like $17 to $30 is really desirable before maybe you have that mid-level, golden program at like $97. So this is where the pricing gets really interesting on the basic of human psychology of people, but also as the entry points in your sales funnel. So that all of a sudden you're giving people different opportunities to work with you at different pricing levels, which really then allows you to have a sustainable business. Because yes, would we all want to have, prices at 4, 5, 6,000? But we all want to be realistic. In a realistic world, in a world where people can just go online and download, a ton of information, you need to what? Build trust with those people. So those people come back to you, they want to hire you, they want to say, wow, this has really been a unique experience. I enjoy truly working with this person because they've shown me 1, 2, 3. They really understand what I need. They have given me solutions to some of my problems that I've struggled with for so long, and I will always go back for whatever this person offers. The whole idea with having a great sales funnel is, 1, it works for you, but 2, it works for that person who comes and says, I don't know this person at all. Let me test out. Great. I'm going to test out at a $17, $30 product. Oh, I really love that. Or I'm going to test out at a free challenge. Here we are at the beginning. They opt in to something free. They either get access or information or a follow-up email about your free challenge, or maybe your very low-end program, and they fall in love. And then the next thing happens. They go, oh, that was so great. That person at that moment, based on their psychology, Myers-Briggs, or anything you want to look at, is either going to be the person who's like, oh my God, I love groups. You will see this at CrossFit. You will see this at gyms. You will see this at, you know, anywhere that is a community, yoga. People love groups. Those people I have found love doing groups. Then you have another person that is really wants that individual, or they've done your group and they realize that they need a little more private coaching. So you just brought them from a challenge and they had that decision point. Who am I? But if you give them, well, here, you know, I have 2 great options for you because it's been so epic working with you and supporting you. Then what do you move them in? Either to 2 or 3 levels of working with you one-on-one, or they get to go to your group. Then yes, we can get more advanced. Memberships and groups and group coaching and different levels of group coaching. And, you know, the sales funnel is one just big opportunity. It's like a playground. So the more entry points that you have, not with like limitless choices, because that also creates confusion, but with choices that are clear, guiding somebody through a path that makes sense for them. Because the reason I started doing VIP is because I realized there were some people that really needed that. They needed 2-day intensives. They needed a month of VIP coaching, which included, you know, a 90-minute session, 4 20-minute sessions, 4 60-minute sessions. And, you know, they needed that extra support. That's all a sales funnel does. So when you think about retreats or 2-day retreats or events or anything, that is just another level of your sales funnel. So for some of you, this feels so confusing. But if you really step back and you say, okay, if I were my client or my potential client, what would I really need? And what type of personality am I? Or what type of personality are, 10 of my friends? Would they be the person that would buy right away? Would they be the person that would need to go to a class live? Or would they be the person who would come to a class online? So what you're really doing is you're having a full shopping market. So that you have a shopping market, but you also have like an Amazon place. So that the person who likes to shop online is happy and the person who likes to go to the market is happy. At all different entry points of prices, because that's the big thing. And then you will see those, and I'm going to be talking about this tonight, who say for 1 month, you can come in for $1 and then it will rise to $99 a month. Because what that does is, what does that give you? It gives you a month to fall in love and realize the value. And who wouldn't say, I'm going to test this out for a month? I've done that. I'm sure many of you have done that. Or when you go to Marshall's, or when you go somewhere and you say, oh my God, this is such a deal. I did that the other day. I got 4 great shirts. Different entry points. So you almost want to have, if you think of your sales funnel as shopping, you want to have something free. Then you want to have something like the free magazines in front of Whole Foods that you're like, I just have to get these. Then you want to have a Marshall's there. And I love Marshall's. Or a Nordstrom on the rack. Then you want to have the Nordstrom. Then maybe you're going to take it up to the next level and you are going to be at Neiman. So that is the whole idea of your sales funnel. To give people different entry points, because someone may never go to Neiman. They may never need to. Or they may need to, but they may never want to. Or they may never have the money to be able to. But they need support. And so they need to stay at Nordstrom on the rack, or Target, or Costco, or BJ's. So take it out of your health coaching business and think for a second on your own typical life and how you shop And that is your sales funnel. So, does this make sense to everyone? This is our last day. And tonight we're going to be talking about the sales funnel. We're going to be talking about the Done For You programs. We're going to be talking about the different opt-in freebies, the 6-week sugar repair. Love it. We're going to be talking about the detox and why I also believe, just per the work of Anne-Louise Gittleman, John Douliard, Paul Pitchford, Mark Hyman, Sarah Godfrey, JJ Virgin. I don't know what person Frank Littman, doesn't do a seasonal detox or doesn't do a detox every season. Alejandro Younger, one of my favorites. Because if the body, which I love about this, if the body, and I talk about this with Reed Davis, I've talked about this. I've had phenomenal interviews. Terry Walls, if you go onto my site, Minding the Mitochondria, we talked about microbes. Summer Bach, Reed Davis, Anne-Louise Gittleman. I've talked to so many people about this. If you don't detoxify your body, all of the different organs, they cannot work in the playground. So for me, that is a very sacred ritual. It's just been a huge part of my life with my own health issues. So that is going to be released. And the nice thing is, it is real food. So even for that really, really busy person, this is teaching and empowering. Then that's what a coach does. Teaches and empowers. And so that will be released, as well as all the programs that we have, as well as I will be announcing the brand new launch school that will be starting on the 1st of December. It will be your one and only opportunity to be there live with me. After that, it will be an evergreen program, but it will be a lifelong forum, which is really cool. And I think that everyone needs it anyway. And we're going to have a moderator in there, as well as moi, and office hours weekly and stuff like that. So anyway, have an epic day. If you haven't signed up, you can go to rachelswellness.com/events. And let me just make sure I'm getting to all your questions. And thank you I was a little late today. I was getting over a cold, and thank goodness we're health coaches, because even I went to acupuncture yesterday, and she was like, I think you have the flu. And I was like, what? I cannot. And so I just did what health coaches would, do, self-care and really like resting and doing all of our goodies that we do in our house. And today I woke up still a little tired, but don't look so, depleted as I did yesterday. Okay. Hi, Kim. Hi, Leah. So you need most as a plan. I think we all need a plan, right? Naomi. Good morning, Naomi. I know it's 3 hours early in Cali. Oh, Leah, if you do iridology, I know, and I was looking at my eye this morning, I was like, lymph. So, that should be a huge part of your work. I think it's so interesting when we have these parts of ourselves in our work that are so different than, other coaches are so unique and special. Bring that into the forefront of also a part of your sales funnel, or even blog about it. I mean, this is what I call leaking the launch. Like, if you talked about iridology for even a week and said, I'm going to be giving like free sessions, and I'm going to be doing this as a free giveaway. I mean, I would want that, because typically in iridology, goes for like 150 up, let alone the analysis of that. So, and if you see my eye, you can see adrenal that goes down, genetic. So I always work on that. Kidney that goes down, genetic. Can't see my eye though, but you can see, if I looked at it, a little yellow, that I always have to work on flushing that lymphatic system and the GI. So yeah, always think about in your sales funnel, like what specialty do you also have that you can turn into a really cool like mini program or offer as a swag bag free offer, or even do a fun challenge that includes getting that as a free goodie. So anyway, go work with a client, guys. Leah, so I must work one-on-one with a client. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I misunderstood the question. If you work one-on-one, I mean, yes, you can do this via Skype, but build out your one-on-one then. I mean, you can still have programs on your site that can be downloads, but that cleanse could be part of your iridology. I mean, iridology is so huge at Hippocrates, so huge at, some of the other places in this world, and I think it's really interesting to be able to look at somebody and see what's happening in their body and empower them and say, these are the areas that you really need to take care of and look at. And then you can infuse that into your programs. It would make it so unique, so different, and so special. So, think about that when you're thinking about personalizing your programs. That's what sets you apart from somebody else. All right, guys. So have a great day. I'm going to go finish out my presentation for tonight, get ready for tonight, and I will see you all later. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one, and it's been awesome. We're going to keep up the live streams, but we're going to keep it to once a week. So I will be announcing when we're going to do that and where you can meet me. Bye, guys.